Hi, Dennis Hall here with the Western Chuckwagon Association. Now, one of the things that's been happening in the WCA here in the GMC Pro Tour is some of the barn hands and some of the friends of the drivers have been getting out and doing a little bit of racing on their own, some of them for the first time ever. And I'm standing here with one of them right now. Derek Murphy comes to us all the way from Grand Prairie. Am I right about that?
Correct,
yes, yes, it's good. And you were introduced to the sport, is this recently, or have you been hanging around chuck wagons for a while?
Well, Christmas '07, Lane Kimble said he was buying a chuckwagon team, and that was when she all started for me.
So Lane Kimble is your introduction into the club?
You betcha, yes.
And I'm sure you had seen a few races before.
I've been a big fan my whole life, but that was the first time I had anything to do with it hands-on. Hands-on,
and I guess hand is the word, the barn hand. You came around and acting as Lane's barn hand?
You betcha, just helping out in the barn, helping hooking at home, with spring training, and that sort of thing. That's as far as I've been involved so far.
So like you said last year at any time, did you jump in the back of a wagon and grab onto any reins?
Just grab the wheelers when we were going past the grandstands, and that was the end of my experience.
So I guess you had a helper in the wagon with you. Now this changed a couple of weeks ago actually, and you were solely responsible for the team. Do you want to tell us about that?
Manning this year, Lane comes up to me and says, "You want to run chariots?" Ooh, let me think about that for a minute, I said, and come around, you bet, let's do her. So we built a chariot in a couple days and practiced in the field for 15 minutes and jumped on the chariot in Manning, and we were gone.
And you were gone.
You betcha. Yeah. It was kind of a controlled runaway, more or less.
A controlled. He's going to be holding it for his son over there.
Ron Kimble should be able to handle these guys. They're not near as big as we usually go along here, right? Todd McCracken for Sona Appraisals at 3. Derek Murphy for Wapiti Gravel Sales at 2. Rob Kimble, Kimble Trucking at barrel number 1. Off we go as Todd McCracken now showing a little form, nudging that barrel, but it's around there. Now let's see if we can get them turned. Rod Kimble, look at him go. Rod Kimble, Kimble Trucking, is he going to take away? Todd McCracken gets up there, and he is going to see if he can scoot over and take that rail spot away from Robbie Kimble. Kimble Trucking in third spot. We've got Derek Murphy, Wapiti Gravel Sales, but he's happy about that. He's chewing some dust now. He's going to get a beard full of dust by the looks of things, but he's happy he made it around the barrels. Todd McCracken, nobody's happier than him right now, except maybe for Jen, as they're coming down now, halfway down the backstretch. Todd way ahead right now. She's happy there's no injured horses there as we're coming around now to the third corner. Todd McCracken way out in front now in second spot. We're going to go Rob Kimble, Kimble Trucking. Let's see if we can catch up. He's going to try and pick a lane. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a race. Let's give Ronnie a hand coming down here. Let's see if we can beat him. Is it going to be? No, it's going to be Todd McCracken. As it comes down, no, it is not. I'm going to give this race to Rob Kimble for Kimble Trucking and gravel out of Grand Prairie. And this is his first chariot race. Here he is, Derek Murphy. There he's coming at you right now. Incredible time of 1:02.84. That's 1:02.84. This is going to be a good one. We'll see how Todd here is going to see. I'm going to try and do that again. And that's barrel number 1. So let's line it up. Here we go. Rob Kimble, Kimble Trucking at 3. Derek Murphy, Wapiti Gravel Sales at 2. Todd McCracken, Sona Appraisals at 1. Off goes the horn. Once again, a good jump of barrel 1 by Todd McCracken, Sona Appraisals. He's going to get up there and see if he can take away that rail spot, but he's getting a little bit of competition. Rob Kimble, Kimble Trucking has the speed, has the lead. As he comes into corner number 2, Todd McCracken lost that rail spot. Rob Kimble for Kimble Trucking. As they come down to corner number 2, he's not wasting any time, and Todd's going to have to make it up on the backstretch. Derek Murphy, Wapiti Gravel Sales must have a little gravel in that cart of his, because he's slowing down now. Not so for Rob Kimble. He is now almost coming to corner number 3. Well ahead, 4 lengths ahead, 5 lengths ahead of Todd McCracken. Todd McCracken driving for Sona Appraisals now as he comes to corner number 4. This race is going to go to Rob Kimble, Kimble Trucking. He's on his way home well ahead. Let's say hello to Rob Kimble. Rob Kimble, Kimble trucking number 1. Here's Tom McCracken, Joel and Chris number 2. Here comes Derek Murphy, Longwood Ground Sale coming in. He had a little trouble getting over the
2 heats in Manning.
Yes.
And of course, it was a little dusty in Manning.
Especially where I was.
Especially where you were. What? because of the 2 wagons ahead of you creating all that dust.
Yeah, right at the back there. She's a dusty thing. Yeah.
How did you like it? Tell me about what you were thinking going around the barrels and getting on
That first day, there's no doubt, I was nervous about it. And once we got going, and I felt what never been full speed by myself before. Once we got going, felt pretty comfortable, and it was a heck of a rush, definitely.
Yeah. Like skiing?
Yeah, but different.
But different, right. Okay. Well, it was great. If you got any aspirations now about carrying it on a little bit farther, I know there was a little talk around the fire that night about maybe promoting this a little bit more now. The chariot started about shortly after the conception of the WCA, and we had, of course, the Manning boys coming in there.
Yep.
And going out and racing. Now all of those boys have turned into chuckwagon drivers as well as chariot drivers, and there was talk around the fire about trying to promote that a little bit more. What's your opinion of that?
Yeah, Todd McCracken, Lane and I were talking that night around the fire, and we'd like to introduce it to a lot more shows. You know, it's good training for the horses. It's a lot of fun amongst barn hands and friends, like you said. Whoever wants to run, it would be a really good way to get more people involved in it, I believe. And it's good training for the horses too.
That's
Someone
right.
wants to blow a wheel team or something. Anybody jump on it and let's go.
That's right. Of course, you were being as safe as you possibly could, so you had that helmet up there, and I couldn't help but comparing you, or somebody compared you to what's his name, Gizmo or not Gizmo? What's his name out of the
Great
Flintstones?
Gazoo.
The Great Gazoo.
Yeah.
So I think that name kind of stuck a little bit. You might have to shave that beard and throw a couple of pointers, but that would be great.
Roy Romano was an inspiration for me. I had to throw the helmet on.
Okay. Well, it was a great race. It looked like you had a lot of fun. Once you got the dust out of the beard, it was.
I had to head back for a shower, and maybe next show I can get out front and maybe keep that dust out of the old scruff here.
I'll be hoping for you. Derek Murphy out of Grand Prairie. Thank you very much, Derek. It was a pleasure.
Thanks, Dennis.